Yo, what is up, chat? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well. I say tonight, it's still daylight, but you know, welcome to summer. I know it's been a hot minute. Sorry about that. Just a lot going on. Just too much going on. But I am here tonight to talk about some exciting new developments. So, I say new. Reoccurring, I should say. I am going to go over the finalized flag set for Speed Gaming Live 2026. So we'll do a run of that flag set tonight, maybe two, depends on how fast we go. I believe last time I talked about this, it was revealed that we were doing spoiler log. So we've tweaked some settings since then. We'll go down the full roster. I'm give like cliff notes because I don't want to do the whole thing because I still got to read the spoiler log for the seed. But some changes since the last time. The folks involved with seed testing decided that progressive gear would be selected. They said it added more variety and more replayability, and it just made the flag set more interesting for them. So progressive gear has been turned on. Also, seed vendors have been turned off, and boxes will no longer reset. So brown boxes will not replenish. There are only 2 seed boxes in the entire world, but seed duping is available. So seed duping is now an integral part of the tournament. You need to know how to seed dupe. I'll release a tutorial video on how to do that later. Honestly, there's been like, I would be surprised if someone hasn't already made a tutorial video on how to seed dupe, but for the sake of documentation, the rules guide for the tournament has how to seed dupe in it. I've written up a guide, like a written guide on how to do that, but I'll also make a video guide. So if you're a visual learner, fear not, I will have a video tutorial on how to perform the seed dupe glitch. We stuck to 50% to 100% for standard enemies and 75 to 125% scaling for bosses. Balanced Enemizer, Mob's Boss, Dark King, no resistant shuffle. Progressive formations have been disabled. Shuffled enemy positions, 50% enemy density as opposed to 25. Boss Rush, Doom Castle with Freed Ship, Crash Shuffle, Overworld Shuffle, Dungeon, Internal Shuffle. Random plus none starting companion, quest extended for companions with random balance spellbook. All 4 companions available with standard locations, Kaylee's Mom Fights Minotaur. No hint NPCs, 2.5% leveling curve, or sorry, 2.5 times the leveling curve, and 1 to 5 encounters per battlefield, and the battlefield rewards have been shuffled. So, also you might notice that tonight I'm not using the MSU1 soundtrack. That is because at the request of Speed Gaming Live, during the tournament you will not be allowed to use MSU1 soundtracks just because they're concerned it could potentially cause a DMCA flag on their channel. And since they are the hosts of the tournament and we stream to their channel during the tournament, we will respect that wish. So no MSU1, and I'm just doing it tonight to showcase that. And yeah, preferences are still allowed to be tweaked, so I have turned battle flashes turned down. So without further ado, let's get a timer going. Yeah, timer. All right, so per the rules, you will have 10 minutes to review the spoiler log. The way that's going to work is we'll open up a racetime.gg room. As soon as we post the link, the URL to the seed, we will start a 10-minute timer. You will have 10 minutes to download the ROM and verify basically the hash and review the seed. Once that timer hits 0, the run will start and start counting up. And then from there, just regular rules as usual. Make sure your chat's an emote only. You do have to stream, and there's a 10-minute delay. So, let's get into the log review. Crack open my spoiler log and timer start. All right. starting with K-Cat Claw. Nice. Cap is in Mirror. Cap is in Level Force, that's good. River Coin, Progressive Claw. I don't necessarily need Progressive Claw. I might need it later. Shield, Armor, Multi-Key Libra. There's a lot of good stuff in Foresta. I could get... Wow, Declaw is pretty quick. Life is good. Bombs are good. Sword's good. Shield's alright. Wake Water. Sky Coin. Sky Coin's on Rope Bridge, which is in Aquaria. White Seal is also on Rope Bridge. Helmet, Sword. Cool. I could probably just not do Mountain Gale. And then... Flares in Fireberg. Elixir, Gemini. Helmet, Exits in Lava Dome. In the Gold Maze. Ugh. And then Accessory. Let's see. Accessory. Tristram has it in Fireberg. I don't know if I want to do Tristram check. This might be too many hoops to jump to get Cupid. Yeah. Gemini Crest is in Phoebe's house. Okay. And then P-Tower, 3rd floor, has bombs. Don't need T-Rock. Ice Pyramid has another bomb. Max Ship has Sand Coin and Sun Coin. Wow. So we gotta figure out how to get the Max Ship. Who's got what? Kaylee's got Meteor and Arrow. Tristram has Flare and Exit. That makes him look actually appealing. Although Phoebe's got Meteor in white, so you know, looking great already. Ruben's got nothing. Phoebe's quest, 17 refreshers, Crystal Fire, Rainbow Bridge, Doulahan, 3 mini bosses, Crystal Water, Medusa, 4 Earth, Battlefield, 10 battlefields, Crystal Wind. All of those kind of suck. Phoebe's looks the least sucky. Where was T-Rock? T-Rock is at a battlefield. Okay, that's doable. Yeah, we get tier 3 Phoebe here. That should be fine. 7 minutes left. Let us find where Max Ship is. Ham put a lot of work into renaming the routing when it comes to navigating the spoiler log, so we can have Dungeon Internal turned on. Beforehand, it was having that name discrepancy like I had last stream. It was pretty bad. I'm looking for Ship Dock. Dock. Okay. Live Forest to Ship Dock. Gemini Crest. Okay. So we only need Gemini. Realistically. Maybe. Wait, where's Gemini? Gemini's in Fireberg. Where's my River Coin? Okay. Okay. Yeah, we only need Gemini. Yeah, kinda. No, we need a... Where's the live forest? Where did it land? The live forest landed in Aquaria, so we're gonna need a way to get into... Aquaria. What's in the Aquaria region? Oh, a live force landed in... Never mind, a live force landed in Forester region. Okay, if I can get to Aquaria region via Gemini Crest. Okay, then this is what I need to do. Kind of rearrange the order of this dock a little bit. Gemini Crest. Okay. How do I get to Windia? 3 max ship. Never mind. Yeah, because get the Suncoin and max ship. Barrel room, south box. Okay. Now, obviously, I am not going to be the fastest at this. Y'all know I'm not that great at spoiler log. Spoiler log really isn't my jam. We're looking at maybe like 40 minutes to an hour, depending on the seed. More like the 40-minute mark, 45-ish minute mark. Oh, I need to know where seeds are. I almost forgot to check for seeds. Okay. Windia vendor has seeds. Max room has seeds. Okay. Windia vendor, max ship. Okay. We are going to be without seeds for a little while. That's okay. So 300 GP for 3 seeds. There have been worse deals made. Okay. All right. I have a general idea of how I want to route this. All right, I got 2 minutes left. Let me do a final review here. Don't need. Thanks, Larry. I appreciate it. Yeah, this should hopefully go better than last time. Fingers crossed. Don't need that. Don't need that. These are nice to have. Okay. Yeah, we've given up on accessories. There's just I'm not gonna be able to get it. I do want helmets. I will take 2 progressive helmets. Just because I at least want Moonhelm. Uh, 40 seconds left. Mine, Gale, Windia. Okay, so we're gonna skip Mount Gale completely. We are just gonna do Mine and Windia. Okay. All right. 20 seconds left. I want the next setting to be like a random starting piece of equipment, like start with Charm, or start with Steel Shield, or start with Steel Helm. Like, I feel like that'd be a cool setting. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, starting off with Kaylee. Libra Temple has Phoebe. I want to grab her immediately because she has Arrow. I need that, and I want that for niceties. Hey, Tiny. Captain's Cap, Southeast Box. I need an axe. Let's take some battles. Some early ones. And Phoebe's on fire. Nice. It's weak fire, though. Like, you've been live, Tiny? Or just living? Because if you've been live, I need to sub. Or at least follow. Yeah, almost at the start. I have not been live very long. I was mostly going over the settings for this year and doing my spoiler review. So, have not missed much. If the game is quiet for y'all, let me know. I can turn it up. Okay, I do not need you. Okay, cool. Level 5 and 600 GP should be enough. Don't really need Libra. All right. Noble armor will help out a little bit. All right, old man's house. So we're gonna run to Forester first because it has flare. Aquaria, Phoebe's house has Gemini crest. We need Gemini. That's our crest that'll get us the max ship. Nothing else here in Aquaria. Nothing in Windhole. Was there anything in Cage? No. Where's a progressive axe? I'm like reading and walking at the same time, so. I need explosives potentially. Crescent room chest. I think all 3 rooms require explosives. So, yeah, I need bombs. What am I doing? There's our axe. Lucky start there. Especially lucky since my dumbass removed that from the spoiler log. Ow. Yeah, that was a dead. No. I took this fight entirely too early. All right, we have to do some finagling here. Nice. Good. Not good. Damn. I need a good speed roll. Is what's going to happen here. First good speed roll. Oh, we lived. Nice. Second good speed roll. Okay, cool. Turtles suck, as normal. Don't run into the other turtle, you idiot. Okay. What am I doing? I have the spoiler log. I know where I need to go. I just need to do it. Lava Dome. Gold Maze. Let's not get that on our first turn. Live the 50-50. Good man. Sky attack. Please kill the vampires at least. Bad fight. Good rolls here. Sky attack sucks. Okay. Can we... I think we're too low level to run. Yeah, we're too low level to run. God, these vampires are nasty, man. Alright, defend, attack. Let's see if I can at least get through the vampires. Hey, I'm not living this. Okay. We gotta bail. Which sucks. Yeah, we gotta bail. Okay, let's get out of here. That sucks, X. I can try and see if I can get lucky on another formation. Did you get single Jin? I just don't know if it's possible to get single Jin here. All right, no, we're gonna reset. Someone let me know if you can get single Jin at that encounter. Cool. All right, we're gonna go next. We can go back to level forest and go grab Captain's Cap like we need to. What's up here? Sand Temple would be a partner I don't need. Dab bed's actually useful here. There we go. Now I have flare charges, so good use of dab bed. I need to go to P Tower for bombs. Quake Book is on my list. It needs to get the hell off of it. Okay, I need third floor. Fourth floor has a Mobius crest at least. Grab it just in case I overlooked something. And I need it to get to a location. Third floor, but not the entrance I need. I need the east side entrance. That's first floor. Fifth floor has a sword. Cool. Perfect. And like I said, I'm fishing for bombs here. Not what I need. That's sixth floor. All the encounters here will probably kill me, by the way, so I am trying to avoid them like the plague. Like I'm avoiding these stairs. Second floor. First floor, nothing here. Not that I could get it anyways. Enemy formations have been decent at least. There it is, third floor. Okay. Any encounters? We're gonna save right here because there could be an encounter in this hallway. There's not, thank goodness. All right, now we have explosives. We can go back and do Bone Dungeon. Bit of a hike, I know, but there's also Cure Book in here. Is it fourth floor? We can go back and get it now that we have bombs. Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't been here long enough to forget the way I came in. It's a bit of a hike, but we were lucky where we didn't need Dragon Claw. By lucky, I mean I didn't read far enough down the spoiler log to kind of see how routing would take me anyways, so I just kind of like YOLO'd it, and it worked out. Very carefully finagling the D-pad to make sure I don't bump into anything. Okay, Cure Book is a nice safety blanket. Let's get out of here. Nope. Nope, that's not the one I want. That's the one I want. Alright, got Cap. Now we go to a live forest. Wrong one. Max ship. This is gonna be a little bumpy. Hey, there we go. Okay. Now we can explore a little bit. Max ship, max ship, max ship. Deck. Bow of ship. Had something. Let's go. Barrel room, south box. B2 barrel room. Can we also buy seeds here? Nope. It's turned into explosives. Good to know. Barrel room, south box. So, okay, northwest room. I know where that room is. That's a much better name than what it used to have, but yeah, barrel room right here. That's north box. At least it's the correct general location. I'll give it a pass. Alright, I need to get off this ship. Spending too much time here. Okay. Skycoin is in... Oh, Skycoin... Aquaria. Okay. And I said I would get to Aquaria via... I believe this route, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Okay, let's get out of here. I could just get to Aquaria the normal way. Could also go do mine really quick to get progressive helmet. Rope bridge is good. It has 2 items we need. Because we have free ship on, you get the good background. All right, so we're in technical go mode. We have everything we need to go mode. I just need some levels and some weapons. All right. What do I need from here? 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 Fireberg. Wakewater's in here. Venus, heal. Okay. Sealed Temple has Meteor. This battlefield has life. Okay, I want this. Ow. Sucks. I hate this formation so much. Triple Lizards isn't much better. Whatever. I'll take the Rotten Breath over the Insta-Death. This has been atrocious luck. Yep. 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 Okay. That didn't kill? And they have Hadoomerang. Awesome. Alright. We need to bail out of this battlefield. I got lucky with the one formation, and no other formation will work. Okay. Falls Basin has a sword, which I don't need. Meteor? And not what I was looking for. Oh, I hate these fish. Really hate these fish. I really wish they had, unfortunately, would have taken out Phoebe first. Not that it would have. Nope, wouldn't have changed anything. Just too much damage. Okay. Well, that's lost. Nope. Okay. Life book. Mine battlefield. Yep. Progressive sword, progressive shield is in live forest. Was this through a warp? Or through Mega Man's house? Well, both were warps. Sorry. Okay, there's shield. I need refreshers. I need to kill the Thaw Aquaria. Where's Wakewater? Oh, in here. Okay. Alright, that'll get us a tier up on Phoebe. Get her out of trash range. Also give me time to think. Alright, where's T-Rock? Okay, Windia. Right, Libra battlefield. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong friggin' quests. I'm an idiot. No mercy. I have no mercy left. Alright, I need to find refreshers. Giant tree, bone dungeon, sealed temple, life temple. Okay. Okay, and there's our shield. There's a bunch of refreshers in Ice Pyramid. Oh, there's refreshers on Mac's ship. North box on deck. Okay, cool. We're gonna grab those and we're gonna dupe them. Sell me seeds. Thank you. Sorry, I'm like walking and talking at the same time. It's kind of hard. I'm bad at it. Progressive armor, progressive helmet. I'm gonna buy these, or not buy these, but Mobius basement, in room. Okay. There's one helmet. I need another one. I would like another one at least. Wrong things, but it's okay. The hell is my exit book? It's in Lava Dome. You would. Okay. We should be decent now. Okay, let's go back to max ship. It's so roundabout. Okay, claws in here. B1. So this is... Oh, did I say B1? Tristram, son of a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this without claw. Do I want Aegis? No, I don't need it. Yeah, let me... I'm floundering. Wait, why did I do that? It's a ribcage chest. Which I'm assuming is... Oh, ribcage waterway. Yep. Okay, cool. At least we got Aegis and Gaia. I'll get one more helmet on the way. Okay. Okay, cool. No Dragon Claw. Is what it is. We will make do without. Oh, wrong way. Check this battlefield real quick, see if this is farmable. It is perfect. Okay, this is not mine battlefield. The other one was. Yep. Okay. This one. The one I had to crash out on. Why is it unexpected? I hate Hebinx so much, dude. Alright, there's a level. Worst formation. Worst formation I could possibly get. Let's see if I can kill it. If I can live long enough to cast Meteor, we win. Okay, we win. Y'all almost saw me crash out again. This is also good levels. I need levels before I go into the end. Okay, cool. This is losing me a second versus casting white, but it ensures kills versus hopes for kills. Okay, this I know for sure is a kill with arrow, so we'll save a charge here. Or not. We're doing okay, Shadow. I'm showcasing spoiler log, and I'm crap at spoiler log, but this is going to be SGL's 2026 flag set. Okay, let's go get refreshers. Which is faster? Well, we have to do Lava Dome. I gotta do 14 refreshers. Because boxes don't refresh. Wait, were there any in Alive Forest? Giant tree. I didn't, so I have started vetting the tournament seeds via council because I didn't want to be the only one like solely responsible every year, or you know, have a small group of individuals be solely responsible, like a group of 2 or 3 people every year, because you kind of get reoccurring viewpoints and play styles if you do it that way. So I started looping in at least like 5 to 6 other people to help vet and curate seeds, and the flags that everybody really wanted to do this year was spoiler log. So I was like, hey, if y'all want to do spoiler log, let's do spoiler log. So that's the flag set we landed on for this year. I'll probably do a non-spoiler spoiler log seed after this one if I've got time. And then that way I can just kind of like turn my brain off, play a seed, and then talk to you guys. Right now I'm trying to like run this relatively fast. I'm doing a poor job at it, let's be honest, but relatively. You guys ready to see 14 mint mints? And of course I get the least optimal position for refreshers, but it's okay because memory cursor is a thing. Five, 6. We need 17. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13 is how many we should have. 14. That's true. Yeah, every seed we get to play is a good one. 16. All right, one more. I was off by 1, but I was also reading a log at the same time. All right, 17. So we just need to crack a chest. Can be any chest. We'll just crack this one. All right. Level 23 Phoebe is huge. Now she has white. Go to Lava Dome. We'll get exit. We'll kill Hydra, and then hopefully with the forced encounters, I should be 16-ish. Good enough to go into P-Tower. I mean, good enough to go to the end. Because I have white and flare. Oh, I need to dupe like 2 more seeds. Give me a sec. This is not a battlefield I could dupe on. Can I run? Thank God. So I can dupe on it. It's just super hazardous and I don't want to have to deal with it. We could dupe on this one. Yep, more mint mints. I just want 2 more seeds. If my fingers could stop being stupid. 5's good enough for right now. Alright, let's go kill Hydra. Make Captain America proud. Hold on. Is Lava Dome mapped out here? Dude, I hope this doesn't turn into I need megas to friggin' fight Hydra, because then I'll have wasted, not only will I have wasted a ton of time, I'll probably bail. Gross. That makes me mad. Alright, I need bombs. P Towers 1. South Windia Battlefield's the other. Yep. All of the, like, the way to Hydra is blocked by megas. I need bombs. It is always super painful, especially when I feel extra stupid because I have a spoiler log. Let's see, Windia, South Battlefield, and Ice Pyramid. Okay. So I need a battlefield in Aquaria and a battlefield in... Oh, I need to go to Ice Pyramid, which I can do Ice Pyramid at least. Let's do the battlefield first, then we'll go to Pyramid. I'm pretty sure it's our boy up here. At least I hope so. It's only one round. How have you been, by the way, RPG? I haven't heard from you in a hot second. I missed you at Limit Break this year. Everyone said hi. Please kill. Thank goodness. Alright, Jumbos. Okay. No, thank God it's not Shadow. Don't curse me like that. It's right there. And at least I started with Cat Claw, so I know I can get it. Alright. Ice Pyramid, second floor. North Corridor glass door box. So where that is, I don't know. Oh, you got something stable? Like no contract, full time? Oh. Hell yeah, girl. That's awesome. Congrats. Slew with a liquid death. Yeah, dude, same. Like, when I was unemployed for 7 months last year, and then I got the job offer I got, even though it was like $30,000 less than what I was making before, I was like ecstatic. I was like, I have job security. I could take care of my kids. I can like live again to some extent. Like, being without a job is no joke. It sucks. Big ones. And at least not having a steady job. Like when I was working in IT and I was in a contract, it was contract to hire. And the most terrifying part about that is all the other contractors that got hired in my cycle or in the cycle before me had been let go and not converted to full-time. So I was like, it was like being on Survivor, except no TV cameras. It's just like, is today the day I like don't come back? Like what's going on here? And then I got an email from HR and they hired me, but that was still like nerve-wracking. Like, some people are like, oh, I could live contract gigs. It's no big deal. It's like you are either okay with not being stable, or you have a high, what is it? Just like a highly sought after position that you can rotate contracts pretty stress-free. Yeah, that's rough. That offers like zero stability. Well, like I said, congrats. I'm glad you got something stable. I wouldn't say I'm having a rough day. I'm having an okay day. I'm happy to be back streaming again. I keep going for like, yeah, PTO is so great. Or medical benefits. Those are also fantastic. But yeah, no, I'm having an okay day. I got to work from home today, which is nice. Megas, let's get the hell out of here. But yeah, no, it's just, I've been so busy and I've been wanting to stream, and I haven't either had the motivation or I've been too busy to stream. So I've been going for like weeks without streaming. It's been kind of killing me. And I'm also like at the point where I want to try streaming some other different things. Like, I still love the Mystic Quest rando, and I always will, but I want to start diversifying a little bit before I get completely burnt out on the rando, especially right before SGL. So, oh, that's so nice. Full remote. Yo, let's go. Living the dream. I'm still putting out for knowledge management jobs for full remote. Like, I have to work hybrid right now, and I go across a bridge tunnel every day, and traffic sucks ass. So, I miss not having to commute, like at my last job. But, yo, that's dope. I'm so happy for you. If limit breaks at the hotel they were at this year, you're gonna love it. That place was awesome. Everybody sang that place's for praises. Oh yeah, if you're not big on driving, yeah, remote's the way to go. Yes, I'm gonna stab this rock. There we go. Gold room, it was middle box, but I want to grab the charm just in case, whatever. Which box? Hold on. There's our exit book. Cool. All right, let's kill this Hydra and get the hell out of here. Why am I going backwards? Because my brain's backwards, because everything's shuffled. And I'm talking and trying to route at the same time. If I was actually doing this for the tournament chat, you wouldn't hear a peep out of me. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah. And it's like, don't get me wrong. I like meeting people. I am a very rare breed of individual that I am a speedrunner and a gamer who also just happens to be an extrovert. Like, I have an extroverted personality I didn't know I had until like late into high school. So I can facilitate meeting people like that, but I know some folks just do not care or are introverted and just could care less about being forced into an office environment. So remote work really shines through. But even still, I loved remote work because I just felt more free to be able to be flexible and do the things I needed to do. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, you need to recharge. Folks need to recharge. They need recharge time. But yeah, it's, bro, with everything getting more expensive, I'm still out there. I'm popping job applications like vitamins, so I do them like one a day just to see if I can get a position that was paying me close to what I was making before. But I'm making do. We're balancing the books. We're being fiscally responsible, if not being a little boring. I think it's another reason why I want to be more frequently streaming again, because it just kind of takes my mind off all that crap. I took the wrong way. Yo, Seto, how's it going, man? Oh yeah, no, she's still teaching. She's doing dual enrollment. So I was gonna go and get a bachelor's degree so I could look a little better on paper to get secret clearance positions for the government for knowledge management. But she's doing a sponsorship with the city, so she is getting a dual enrollment certification for free, like at the city's expense through a local college. So she will be doing that, and then we both talked about it. We are gonna go ahead and let her finish getting that master's degree so she could teach at the collegiate level later if she wants. So she'll have her second master's hopefully by next summer, and then if she wants to, she'd go teach university, which would be fantastic. And then once all that's done, then I can buckle down and try to get a bachelor's. Yeah, I don't want both of us trying to do school at night at the same time with a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. It's too much. It's too much for me to balance. It's too much to be on my plate. And I feel like I could handle the workload, but then I'd have to like neglect the kids in some way, and that's not fair to them. So I'm just trying to strike a balance where I can. So I'll wait a couple years and I'll keep putting out applications to hopefully land a better paying gig that doesn't need a bachelor's degree, since I have 6+ years as a knowledge manager. And we'll see what happens. Life will find a way. Damn. 818 damage. Hebinx sucks. We're just gonna go full damage here. But yeah, I also, like I said, I mentioned I want to diversify the channel a little bit. You bitch. Of course you would outspeed me on the last turn. Yeah. Yeah, find time to stay human and de-stress. Yeah. That work-life balance for sure. Experience should honestly matter more. I agree. But the thing is, so as much as I hate a lot of what our government is doing right now, especially like just screwing with people they really shouldn't be screwing with and getting away with stuff they really shouldn't be getting away with. A lot of good knowledge management positions, like what I was doing before, where I was managing documents and making repositories so folks could assist themselves and solve their own problems. A lot of good jobs for that particular role are with government contracting agencies or with the government itself. And unfortunately, the government loves everything being by the book. So I could literally have a bachelor's degree in basket weaving, and that would check the box of requires bachelor degree for a role. So I can get a secret clearance or public trust clearance position doing knowledge management. It's so stupid. But if I could find, I've also been looking at other places outside of government contracts. If I could find somewhere where I could be a knowledge manager at like a game studio or literally anywhere else but the government, I would love that too. All right, we're level 13. Oh, this was not a good battlefield. Four siege should be enough. Maybe. We'll find out. Kind of. So knowledge management for me would be working inside of a system like a repository like Jira or ServiceNow, or, you know, some sort of document repository where I would basically control the lifecycle of those and work with SMEs to make sure all the information on them was correct and accurate. Maybe like twice a year, or update articles as needed ad hoc. And I'd also work with stakeholders or vendors or project leads or whoever to create new documentation. And then I was also creating video documentation. So I did a stint in training. Oh, then yeah. It's very similar to learning and design, and I took a lot of internal IT training from my last job. I did a stint on the IT training department for them, and what I took from that was folks learn differently. So I would, alongside with written documentation, I got an Adobe Premiere license before it was Camtasia, and I would literally voiceover narrate and then do videos, like video walkthroughs of how to do like fixes or setups or whatever for what the company needed. So like Ingenico credit card readers, or, you know, how to set up the company like app on a phone, things like that I would do. And it received a lot of praise, but unfortunately new executives came in and put the kibosh on the whole thing and then laid off me and my counterpart. But yeah, instructional design, learning and design, I've been looking at some positions like that. Unfortunately, they're competitive, so I need to brush up my resume. Yeah, they do. I've been looking into a lot of that stuff, and I've done a couple things like that. Like, I forget what the app was, but my last job used a software that could also create like interactive learning guides. You roll through and like answer questions and had videos embedded in it. I forget what it's called. Guide or Synthesia. I will add those to the list. Actually, let me copy paste my chat right now and then put those in a notepad as I drop my controller. All right, I will look into those. Probably tomorrow when I have some downtime. Yeah. We should be good here. Yeah, I've also been studying up on for an official like on paper knowledge manager certification. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, there's a reason I was like doing the recording in-house. Are you fucking kidding me? I am dying by 1 HP here. Oh, good thing I popped a life on that. I'm also level 14. I'm way too low for this, but it's fine. I'm being risky. I wasted too much time getting Phoebe up. But yeah, I know AI is where a lot of the stuff is sector-wise, whether I like it or not. So I'm learning that, you know, the whole philosophy of know thy enemy is how I'm looking at learning about AI. Oh, thank you, Seto. I appreciate that. I put a lot of effort in those recordings. Like, I made sure I had a controlled space. I made sure that the dictation was the way it needed to be. Like, I used this setup when eventually I did. Yeah, Articulate. That was the software that we used at my last job. Thank you. Yeah, I'm learning all that stuff so I can use it. I cannot stand AI voiceover sometimes. Like, as someone who's done voiceover for things like in a professional capacity, hearing some AI voiceovers that my company is using, I'm like, dog, my ears are bleeding. Like, it's awful. I can't stand it. It's probably just a me problem. I'm too low level. I'm being punished for it, and it's fine. We'll get through it together. Yeah, it's the drawback, right? Like, you have to stay relevant, and let's be real, a C-suite loves AI. They've all been like, AI is the way, AI is the future. Like, I doubt there's a C-suite executive out there who hasn't had some sort of investment somewhere in some AI platform in some way, shape, or form. Like, that's just the way it is. I might dislike it, but I'm also a realist about it. Like, that is just how it is. I'm getting wrecked. I'm getting bodied. All right, we got a free turn. We're good. Yeah, and it's always getting better, I would say. There we go. But yeah, I've also, I mean, bringing it back around the channel, like I said, not wanting to have burnout on Mystic Quest. I've been playing some other games lately, looking at potentially doing some other games for speedrunning. So there's a horror game that just came out recently called Vultures, Scavengers of Death. And it's like, imagine Resident Evil, but grid-based tactical, where you have action points and like a set amount of moves in a turn. It's an indie game. It dropped recently on Steam, and I've been playing it. I'll look into the speedrun once I'm done doing a full playthrough, but it looks really interesting. It looks like it could be done fast. So I'm looking at potentially picking that up as a speed game. There's also, I want to learn vanilla Mystic Quest. It's gonna be a road. Specifically, I want to learn not so much vanilla, but improved vanilla with the speed hack and the half enemy density. It is a run, yeah. But I want to start doing it with 10 because he's mentioned wanting to do improved vanilla before. And I think getting more people in doing that could hopefully eventually turn it into a category at speedrun.com. Because with improved vanilla, we could probably get that run done in like an hour and a half ish, hour 20. Bro, can you stop bodying me with bow and arrows? Thank you. 15's good enough. Give me my seed. Let's kill this idiot and get out of here. Rhapsody 2. Hold on. What is Rhapsody 2? Am I familiar? Ballad of the Little Princess? I have not seen this game. 1999. I'm on a timer. I don't give a shit anymore. I'll have to check this out. What is this? Are you going to be running the Steam release? I think you've told me about this before. I think I've looked at this. Very cool. I don't know. Let's find out. Did I even check the box to do true form? No, I did not. Dark King is a spider today. Content warning. So these flags right now are only out in beta right now because the improvements to the spoiler log are only on the beta site right now. Ham hasn't pushed them out to the full site. So when you load up the beta site, it doesn't save your preferences, and in preferences I always have Dark King True Form checked. Since it didn't save, it's not there. So sorry. We get big spooter today. If you're arachnophobic, here's your content warning of the day. Yeah, that's dope. Funny enough, so the other game I want to look into, there's a game I want to submit to RPG Limit Break next year. And hear me out. Next year for RPG Limit Break 2027, I want to submit Street Fighter 6. Specifically, I want to submit the World Tour Mode speedrun of Street Fighter 6, which plays like an RPG. I don't know if it will get in, but it has item usage, you level up, there's HP values, you can change up your fighting styles in a class-like system. Like, you customize your character with different moves that have different costs to them. The only difference is all your combat is played out like a fighting game. 1v1, because it's Street Fighter. I think it'll be just close enough to potentially be accepted. I mean, I've gotten Dragon Valor in the past, and that's a glorified fantasy beat 'em up. So we shall see. Speedrun for world record for Street Fighter 6 World Tour Mode is 2.5 hours. So it's not a very, very long RPG or run. That's a bummer. I mean, I understand the reason to turn down the Soul Calibur one, just because the Soul Calibur one, the only RPG element to it is you go to like an overworld map and you select your location, but it's essentially just like a series of fights. Street Fighter 6 World Tour Mode is, and this is like my personal bid. I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just like, how I would pitch it to the games committee is, in World Tour Mode, you are actively exploring a city and finding chests that find items, and you have to route that in, as well as like hitting story marks and talking to NPCs to get your skill sets, your moves, your items. So not so much just looking at a map like Soul Calibur's run. I think it's Soul Calibur 2 that has that mode. If I'm not mistaken, it's Soul Calibur 2 or Soul Calibur 3 that has that RPG-like mode. And then there was like a straight-up action RPG for the Wii that was Soul Calibur. I can't remember what it was. I just know it was bad. It was not great. But yeah, no. I was looking at the run at speedrun.com, the current world record, and it looks... I don't know. I have a feeling it could be accepted. We'll see. Last Limit Break, they did a Zelda game. It sounds like they're getting a little looser with their requirements of what is an RPG and what is not. We'll see. I won't hold my breath. That's why I'll be making 2 submissions, technically 3. I'm going to submit the randomizer, see if they'll take it again this year with all the stuff they do. Lunar SSS. I have fingers crossed for you. There was a lot of good games last Limit Break. Time. Yeah, 103. I could definitely have done that better if I knew how to read a spoiler log. Let's see. Lunar SSS. You have a way of finding all of these RPGs with this nostalgic 90s anime aesthetic, and I love it. Let's be real. Like, this looks straight up like I'm thinking Outlaw Star, I'm thinking Rurouni Kenshin, I'm thinking what was it? Tenchi Muyo. Like that kind of era of 90s anime. 90s, 80s. It gives me that vibe. Yeah, I'm 35, I'm not far off. Give me a Yu Yu Hakusho game. Any Yu Yu Hakusho game in the modern day. Alright, let's see. Almost a decade. At this age, it's all relative. We just get called old. In general. We just get called old. And I'm fine with it. All right, let's do a not spoiler log seed. That is spoiler log. That is going to be our flag set for SGL 2026. Keep an eye out at the community Discord. We will make an announcement soon-ish on when signups are going to be and have the full tournament schedule. So that should be a good time. Let's do something fun. Chat, give me... Let's see. Do y'all want to see... Let's do an oops all random. Fuck it. Oh no, that's... hopefully the time at the arcade was good. I hope you didn't get sick from the pizza. I love going to barcades. They're so much fun. I've gotten a free shot of vodka by beating Super Mario World in like 15 minutes. They had one of those like SNES minis that you could play at the bar. And I was like, I could beat this game in like 15, 20 minutes. And she's like, I'll give you a free shot of like our habanero infused vodka if you do. And I did. And she's like, that's awesome. Here you go. Ah, yeah. Caffeine and sugar like that will do it to you. I went to my favorite bar, Jack Brown's, yesterday. Shout outs if you have one near you. They are amazing. They have like Wagyu beef and potato bun. And they always partner with local breweries. So, yeah, if you have a Jack Brown's near you. Yo, Shadow, I appreciate it, man. Y'all, you have a good one. I will stay hydrated. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's do an oops all random. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the seed. Let's turn on True Form Dark King. Yeah, we'll keep the spoiler log on. Why not? In case I get stuck. Generate. Oh, 100, 200% for bosses, huh? All right. MSC 1. Almost there, Chad. I just need to rename this file really quick. Bop, blop. Bop, bop, bop. All right. Oops, all random. What do we got? Everyone's got white or flare except Tristan, who just has exit. What's the bet level +5? 75% density. Wow. What type of shuffling do we have? Map shuffle, none. No overworld or crest either. Breed ship, Dark King only. Vanilla Dark King, it looks like. Original chests are prioritized. NPCs are set to exclude. So that means there's going to be something out in the world here. Starting with Kaylee. Progressive gears turned off. Is this May? Am I May Totsugeki? Awesome. Alright, Flare. Nice start. Yeah, this is May from Guilty Gear. Awesome. I was trying to figure out who this was. There needs to be a little dolphin underneath of her when she jumps. But I know that's not within the... Okay, baby seed. Baby seed for babies incoming. Six encounters? What do I have all day? Random 1 through 10. Okay. battlefields are set to prioritize. But yeah, chat, if you haven't checked out the RPG chick, my good friend who's in here talking to me, check her out over twitch.tv/therpgchick, all one word. Great friend, great speedrunner. Definitely more than likely 100% more popular than my channel for sure. I'd be flabbergasted if you somehow found me and not found her. Hey, Captain's Cap, we needed that. Do I want to know who's in here? Do I need to know who's in here? Not really. Kaylee's good enough. Oh my god, there's so many enemies. I was jump scared by the amount of enemies there. I was like, ah! Unfortunate. Bro, I just got reverse ordered bombed. What is this? It's fine. We're gonna go bully, we're gonna go bully Rex. I mean, you still got VODs up though, right? And if you're gonna start routing runs, you'll probably end up streaming those. Now that you have job security, you could start planning and scheduling streams again, which I will totally show up for, 100%. You, Quake. Put it back in the box. Get it out of here. Get out of my inventory. You know, for as obnoxious as Tristram is, his theme is a bop. Don't tell him I said that. He can never know. Oh, the world seed supply is set to 0. So there's 0 chance I can get seeds. I guess it's better than nothing. Oh man, if I've ever been incentivized to kill a boss fast, it is when the world theme is set to the boss theme. I like Mystic Quest's main theme. The overworld theme gets obnoxious fast. True, yeah. The randomizer has just shown me that Tristram is... He's alright. He's alright. He has the most HP and is the fastest partner out of the 4. I mean, if it... Damn. Elixir and... Okay, if NPCs were turned on, that'd be a great find, but they're set to exclude, so... But yeah, no, with Spell Shuffle, Tristram becomes bearable. He's immune to instant death. He's fast, the fastest, and he has the most HP. And I've said it once, I've said it before. In Randomizer, he outshines Ruben. Like, unfortunately, I love my boy. My sandwich man, but Ruben just, he doesn't compare to the other 3. He has no immunities to speak of. He's only got fire resistance. Yes, his Morningstar hits like a truck, but outside of mid-game, It's negligible at best. I hate to say it. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. How many battles are here? 4? Okay. Phoebe and Kaylee will always be better than the boys. The girls will always be better than the boys in this game. It is how it is. Even Ben, who has almost every status immunity in the game except for instant death by the end, is still not as good as the girls. That's just how it is. He makes a great meat shield and backup damage at best at the end of the game. Literally one of the strats is Madam President strat, purely so you can body block for the girls, depending on what webs you're scared of at Dark King. Venus key is nice. So many red chests. Hey, there's a river coin. What's up, Libra? Phoebe. Speaking of, what does Phoebe have? She doesn't. Oh, she does have cure. Damn, she just. I'll pick her up later. I'll pick her up on the way out. Arrow is more important than cure right now. NPCs are set to exclude, so vendors won't have anything. I almost went all the way in. But yeah, oh yeah, being on Limit Break recently was really nice. I didn't get into the main event, but I did get to get on Sid's show, Random Encounters. That was really nice. I felt a little bad because originally it was supposed to be 10. So full disclosure, I think we mentioned it before in the show. I had originally talked to Sid at Limit Break, and I was like, hey, we have a runner in our community who runs Improved Vanilla, and I would really love to get him on the show for you to show that off, because Improved Vanilla is a really cool run. I think it would be awesome. And he was like, yeah, dope. So we reconnect at the end of Limit Break via Discord. We're talking through specifics, and we get to the showtime availabilities. And unfortunately, the way the schedule shook out, 10 was not available for the Father's Day stream. He had too much going on. He had too many plans with family. Couldn't make it out to the show. And I felt so bad, because then Sid had planned for 2 blocks, and I like half-heartedly threw it out there. I was like, well, I can always fire up a seat of the randomizer as a backup if you'd like. And thankfully Sid accepted, because he's a bro that I appreciate. Sid's great people. But yeah, he said yes. But I felt like I was kind of like, I don't know, I felt like I was being opportunistic with taking what should have been 10's moment on the channel. So it was a little awkward at first. Still is a little bit, but thankfully I think 10 is cool with it, and Sid's definitely going to get with 10 to get Improved Vanilla on the show at some point. So that makes me feel better about it, at least. Hopefully I put on a good show. If you did see that Random Encounters, if you haven't checked it out, Random Encounters can be found on the RPG Limit Break site, or their channel on YouTube. Man, that Quake roll put me down something bad. Well, that's mildly terrifying. Please stop hitting her with bark. Twin Fang sucks. No, finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it, finish it. Yeah. There we go. Mobius, okay. So that was go mode required. I'm glad I did it. I can't tell if this is title screen theme. This is title screen theme. I was like, what is playing here? By the way, I hope you all are mentally prepared for Final Fantasy VII. Part 3. What the fuck is... I can't remember what the third title is called. Every time, it's not Reunion, it's Revelation. I will be probably doing a playthrough of Revelation on the channel. I know those videos don't always do great viewership-wise, and I don't care. I want to play the game. And yeah. I think it'd be a great time. Yeah, Revelation looked hyped as fuck. I was so excited. I was driving to West Virginia. I was in my car when they did the that whole thing at Games Fest, Summer Games Fest for Revelation. Although I about like blew my top when they announced Tifa in Street Fighter 6. Like that was hype as fuck for me. I don't have life. I'm going to die. Let's try this again. But yeah, Tifa and Street Fighter 6 followed immediately by all the information we got for Revelation was insanity. This crab has it out for me, man. Street Fighter 6 is a great time. I really like what they've done with modern controls. I like the way that they've balanced it to help bring in new players. Because fighting games have always been a legacy curve. Like it's a legacy skill check. You either were in the arcades playing fighting games and you've been playing them for decades, or you play them casually and it is what it is. Yeah, 5 was a bummer. 5 was definitely like a wow, man, y'all really dropped the ball with this. But 6 is, I don't know, I like 6. Mechanically, 6 is, I find, way less confusing and way more engaging than 5. And I love the characters in 6. Although I'm a Cammy main, so it's not like my character has been missing from the game. But you know. Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat. I lived on Xbox Live Arcade for Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 for a while. I was playing that game nonstop. And MK2 I grew up with. My dad, like both my parents, we made sure we had Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 on the SNES growing up. And then MK3 eventually. So I grew up with Mortal Kombat, and then Marvel vs. Capcom. I played a shit ton of that on the Xbox 360. I occasionally played it. I touched it in the arcades, but I really played a lot of that in Xbox Live. So hyped when that collection came out. Such a hype announcement for a Nintendo Direct of all things. Oh man. Yeah, I miss arcades. Bro, I hope they give her, I hope Tifa not only, because they announced she's going to get a materia system, right? Like they're going to give her a whole unique gimmick with materia. I want to see those fucking roulette wheels coming up, and I want to see hit, and I want to see her fucking suplex somebody after dolphin uppercut. I want to see everything, like the full combo. Her critical art better be just absolutely bodying some poor bastard. I will also take like a form of her limit breaks from Revelation. Or Rebirth. Those are also acceptable because those are really good looking limit breaks. Yeah, for the longest time though, I was with a lot of folks in the fighting game community. I thought for sure Tifa would end up in Tekken. Like, it just seemed like a no-brainer. It's like Tifa, Tekken, yes. So my mind was blown when they actually confirmed her for Street Fighter. I was like, ain't no fucking way. That's what really did it for me. I was so like, what? Like, that's why I was so blown away by it, because it was just, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Tekken got Noctis and they got Clive. And I fell off Tekken after Tekken Tag 2. So I'm not the biggest Tekken stan out there. I play Brian Fury, man. I like to punch and kick people super hard and laugh maniacally with Kingfisher. Like, that's all I really do. And then I like to piss off my friends occasionally, like when I'm trolling them with Eddie Gordo. Like, or Howrong. Or, is it Howrong? I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Harang. But anime fighters are so much fun. Like, let's be real. Anime fighters are so fun. I was playing Guilty Gear, Double X on PS2 for the longest time. That's where I fell in love with Chip Zaniff. And then the spectacle that is watching Chip get disintegrated by Potemkin. I never really got into BlazBlue until later, and like I still haven't like sat down and formally learned a BlazBlue game. BlazBlue. There's no E. I just say Blaz. Funny enough, though, I have been... Oh, Tempest. Entropy Effect is super fun. I picked that up about a year ago. That's like my turn off my brain. I want to go play like roguelite beat 'em up game. I'll go play Entropy Effect. Entropy Effect has been a lot of fun. And it keeps getting updates. Like, it's still getting updates. Talkaka, yeah. She's got a really funny move set in Entropy Effect. You should check it out. Next time it's on Steam sale, if you're interested. BlazBlue Entropy Effect is it's a good time. I really like it. And they just announced that they're going to be doing more stuff with BlazBlue. There's like all the old fighting games are coming back. There's going to be a new Virtua Fighter. They're doing stuff with BlazBlue again. What else? No Soul Calibur yet, but Harada's left Namco, so we don't know what's going on there. No new Soul Calibur is going to be happening for any time soon. Same, I got into SNK super late. Like, the only SNK cabinet we had was at a pizza place in town, but they didn't have any Fatal Fury games or Art of Fighting games. The only SNK games I like played growing up was Shock Force Troopers 2 and Samurai Showdown. Like, Sam Show and Shock Force Troopers 2 were like all I knew of SNK's library for the longest time. And then as I got older, I started getting more exposed to SNK and their library games, which are great. I see my folks never picked up Sam Show, so I couldn't afford my own SNES games at the time because, you know, a bit of an age gap between me and you. Although I did play the hell out of Smash TV. Smash TV, Super Castlevania 4, Animaniacs. Like, those were my games. Big money, big prizes. I love it. Go, go, go. I should do a playthrough of Smash TV at some point. I should check out the speedrun of Smash TV. You know what? I think, retro speedrunner. I'm subbed to him. Damn it. Make me look him up. I see him every time I go to GDQ. He's great people. Where is he? L-Rock. I'm sure L-Rock has probably run Smash TV at some point. TI-99. That's fair, Adra. Look, I know my audience is older. I'm under no illusion. We are of an age, and that's okay. He does. I feel like if it's on an arcade, though, L-Rock will check it out. I'll have to ask him next time I'm in his chat. Why am I saving this, idiot? NPCs are set to exclude. That's good, yeah. It's funny how interconnected the speedrunning community is. Like, I'm definitely newer to the scene. I haven't, like, let's not mince words. I've only joined the speedrunning community, like, 5 years ago. I was always a lurker, never a player, until recently. But, yeah, it's so interconnected. A lot of folks know a lot of folks. There's some odd ducks out there, let's be real. But for the most part, speedrunning's a really nice, tight-knit community to be a part of. A lot of great people. Why have I still not fed myself any seeds? I have no bombs. Why am I sauceless? Goemon, the mystical ninja. No, I never had Goemon growing up, drink up, but I do know of Goemon. Hey, look, you don't have to be a gamer to be part of the gaming community. I tell people all the time, like, same thing with speedrunning. Whenever I explain speedrunning, I was like, you do not have to be an active speedrunner to be a part of the community. Like, community scientists exist for a reason. Like, there are people out there who find in casual runs glitches all the time. Or new strats that no one really thought of. And voila, you're part of the community. Congratulations. That's fair. Nostalgia is definitely a viewership base. I'm gonna grab one of these boxes so I can have some explosives, please. Cans of sodas and heal potions. Awesome. You know, if I could get a sun coin, that'd be great. And then I guess I gotta get partners up to... I could go in with Ruben. I don't want to. It is Solo King, but it's Vanilla King, so I'd rather go in with Phoebe or Kaylee. And of course, she's got something. Look at that row of ghosts up there. Just menacingly standing up there. They're fronting. Like, they're ready to fight. The MSU1 track for the Game Over theme just sounds like a sad cowboy song. Oh my god, we can run. Like, it sounds like a country song. Two's enough for right now. 2 should get me through this. Why is everybody hiding in the tunnel? I'll never get tired of this stupid centaur half HP pose. Everybody come out with your hands up. Can I get some bombs, please? Game? Explosives? Thank you. 10 explosives. Could I get 10 more explosives? No, but I could dupe seeds here. Alright, let's top up. Because Medusa be thick and ridic and dangerous because she could be 200%. So I might burn a couple seeds here. And she's resistant to wind. Okay. Got lucky with that, but if that hits me, we're kind of screwed because I... Yep, do not have paralysis resistance either. We're just gonna keep... Damn, okay. That's gonna hurt. 542. All right, we're gonna give this one more shot and then we'll come back. $524. Kill both the dogs. There we go. Both the dogs dead. Should have left Kaylee on auto. Why did I just do that? I meant to do that on Kaylee. Girl, can you stop using cure potions, please? I know I left you on auto, but dang. Ow. My body's hurting. Body slam, it's super effective. Alright, can I get some damage out, please? Blizzard's the only good roll in this entire moveset. I think I just need like one more flare. We got good rolls. Arrow's not gonna do that much damage. Blizzard's what it is. And she's down, thank God. Okay, never mind, I lied. I've never seen her stay. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, she rolled closer to 200% for sure. Gaia. I left on auto. I just lost my last seed because of an input error. I'm an idiot. Well, looks like we got to do Lava Dome. Unfortunate. Also unfortunate that I have to run back all the way to Fireburg because I'm out of seeds now. Hopefully we should have enough cash though. God, this is turning out to be like pseudo vanilla. Seats, please. Thank you. Also, I like how I said I'd grab Phoebe on the way out and didn't. I'm gonna go back and grab her. Only because she has Cure. And Cure is way more useful as an auto spell than Arrow. There is a chest in here I could check as well, right behind white. I'm not going to get seeds from anybody, but... Nope, okay. Denied. Really, this has just been the quest to get to Windia. So once we get to Windia, we can turn in max. We can get the max ship and go. I guess we also need Skycoin. What's our Skycoin mode? I haven't even checked. Standard. So we just need to find Skycoin. So yeah, find Skycoin. Get the max ship. Beat game. Profit. By the way, Phoebe's definitely the triage pick here. She's not going to be great offensively, except for like gargoyles, maybe vampires. Now, once she gets to level 29, then we're online. Conga line of enemies. I wish I had white instead of meteor, but it's okay. All this juicy XP. Yeah, Fangpire going down. Lava Dome is also great XP. Like, it's 3/4 through the game. It's the third major dungeon. It's got pretty decent enemies that drop decent XP. And my weapon rotations have been awful. Keep going the wrong direction. Sun coin? Alright, alright. There's hope. What logic did we get? Expert logic. Okay. So I wouldn't be too surprised if somehow Wake Water was required for Go mode. Like Sun Coin being hidden up in the upper platform there or something. So funny enough, fun fact of the day. Flare's cast is like 3 frames faster than White's cast, even though it's the same animation. Hey, Darkmoor, thanks for stopping by, checking out the stream. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, we think it's because of the sound file used. Like, literally the sound effects are what make White last 3 frames longer than Flare. That's what we think it boils down to. Medusa, Steno giving a bear hug. Oh, no, don't want that. Don't want any of that. Who knew that Medusas didn't like giant space rocks? Alright, I always end up kicking myself for not checking up here, so we're going to check up here real quick. Even though there's an encounter, and then we'll just say it's for the sake of XP. I don't know how I won that speed roll, but, you know, it happens. And hey, we leveled up. I hate turtles. Especially, only in this game. Turtles outside of this game, very cool. Turtles in this game, I hate them. They're so mean. Was that attack named Bertwolga or something? What was that attack? So many enemies. At least I'm getting a lot of GP from this. We should be hitting Phoebe's threshold where she's immune to sleep here soon. It's like 23. So like 3 more levels. And she'll get all of her good immunities. Whoops. I miscounted. Excuse me? I'm getting very good rolls on this Paraneedles, by the way. I have not been paralyzed once by them. It's a party room in here. Honestly, though, I'm just thankful to all y'all who showed out tonight and watched my stream instead of watching GDQ, even though that's going on right now. I always dread streaming during GDQ. It's just like, well, there's something probably infinitely more enjoyable to watch over there or interesting. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna turn into GDQ tomorrow to watch ADEF run Balatro with Raffle on his couch. That looks like it's gonna be a fun run. But I'm a sucker for Balatro, so. I didn't pick it up. I was gifted Slay the Spire a couple weeks ago. Slay the Spire 2 specifically. My best friend was like, get on, play Slay the Spire with us. Get on, play Slay the Spire with us. It's like, dude, I don't own Slay the Spire. Why did you send me 5 invitations? He's like, check your Steam gift inbox. And I was like, what? And he bought me Slay the Spire too, just so we could play. So that's been our thing the last couple weeks, except for this week. He's got stuff going on this week. He's like, yeah, we're gonna do our nightly Slay the Spire run. Look, okay. I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but I'm here for moral support. Hey, T. Thank you. You excited for SGL this year? Is my command not working? No! Is Moobot down? No, man. I gotta set that back up again. Damn. Well, now I know. And knowledge is power. Yeah. Sure. Where are my commands? Custom commands. And then okay, now try it. Not released, but I did unofficially showcase it today. There we go. So we're doing spoiler log this year, which I suck at. I am not good at spoiler log. But yeah, this year's spoiler log race. I went over the flag set earlier, so if you want to check out the YouTube VOD where I cover all that, I talked about it at length there. But yeah, we're doing spoiler log, we're doing progressive gear, freed ship, standard Skycoin. And there's some other settings mixed in there, but should be a good time. I think the average completion time from folks who were decent at spoiler log in testing was about between 40 to 60 minutes, depending on routing, because we're doing expert logic. So sometimes there's scenarios where you need to go get fully Dragon Claw or Mega Grenades. But yeah, it should be a great time. This year's tournament should run roughly about the same time frames as last year's. So hopefully that doesn't run into too many issues with folks and we can get a lot of people doing this year. I don't know if I will personally be participating this year. We'll see. Yes, so the way it'll work is when we post the seed in the race time GG room, we'll start a 10-minute timer. And you'll have 10 minutes to download, confirm the hash, and then review the spoiler log before the race. You can still reference the spoiler log during the race. And this will all be listed out in the rules sheet. But yeah, you can... It's a text file, so you can rearrange it however you want. But essentially, you'll have 10 minutes to review and kind of plan your route. And then when the timer hits 0, instead of counting down, it'll count up. And then that'll be the race timer. Like, that's your signal to go. So that's how it will work this year. Oh, brown boxes will not be refilling, and there's only 2 seed chests in the world, so seed duping is a required skill for this year's tournament, which I've already put a guide in the rules rule doc on how to seed dupe for folks who may not know. And I'll also be making a video guide on how to seed dupe. So if you're more of a visual learner, you can use that. Yeah, no. And that was like the only point of contention. And it was the smallest point of contention when it came to crafting flags this year. Is like, if we're gonna do a required seed dupe, it's like we can either do required seed dupe or we can not require seed dupe, and I was like, I pushed for it. I was like, I would rather require seed dupe because it's used so much in speed in racing platforms anyways, that if you're going to be participating in SGL, which is a tournament anyways, you should know the speed tech. And if you don't know the speed tech, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. So I was like, let's use this tournament. You know, if you don't know the speed tech, this is your push to, like, you need to learn the speed tech if you want to race. Obviously, if you don't want to race, you can play the game casually. That's your prerogative. I encourage you to. But if you want to get into the racing scene of the randomizer, you need to know the speed tech. It's just how it is. But yeah, right. It's not a hard glitch. If you've watched any of my Mystic Quest runs, any of my rando runs, you've seen me dupe at least like 100 times. At least. I dupe so much in my runs. So I've talked about how to dupe at length. Almost every time I play the rando, I talk about how to dupe. I hate how much HP this Hydra has. Correct. It is. It's a question of time. And if you're forced to get your seeds through duping, it's like, at that point it turns into, how many 5-second times can I waste? And like, how do I optimally waste 5 seconds? So it's a very nice, like, it's a fun mental meta game that we're introducing in this year's tournament. Some of the seed box locations are way out of the way. Like, the last seed I ran, seeds were in a not nice location. 2 not nice locations. So it was fun. And when I say fun, I mean a little mean, but it was what it was. I made it work. I had to make it work. Please die. I'm tired of hearing the overworld theme. Thank you. All right, we have access to Windia. We just need Skycoin, and then we're in go mode. Age of Shield would be nice. White would be nice, but not needed because I have Flare and Meteor. Actually, I don't even need Meteor because it's just Dark King. Dark King's vanilla. Levels would be good. Cupid Locket's great to have here, though no paralysis immunity is a little sketch. 8 turns. I'm going to be here for Dog's Age. That's right, Overworld's not shuffle. Strap in, chat. Welcome to the worst battlefield. Enemies here will always outspeed you, and they will always ambush you, no matter what your level is, unless you're like level 42. It's stupid. So we're just gonna set Phoebe to defend and try to get through these 8 rounds as quickly as possible. Hopefully get a level or 2 out of it. So yeah. But I'm hoping we have a good turnout this year. Hey, Hoot. I hope folks are encouraged to show up for the tournament this year. I know it can be a little intimidating. But at least I would encourage everybody who's vaguely interested to at least do the asynchronous qualifiers. They are a lot of fun. And you might surprise yourself. You might end up placing higher than you thought you would. Don't be discouraged by the people running. That's all I have to say. I would say do it for you in the spirit of competition. Don't pressure yourself into it, because if you pressure yourself into it, you will not have a good time. Oh, I can't run away. Awesome. Well, that's one way to do proceed. How many fights we got left? 3? But we'll be posting information on that in the Discord probably next week-ish. Maybe another week. We'll see. But we'll post the whole timeline. So like winter signups, winter qualifiers, how long do we expect the tournament to go through, etc., etc. The whole 9. Joke's on these stenos, I have insomnia. Welcome, I'm glad you're new here. Thanks for checking it out. Welcome to the randomizer. I did an oops all random preset after showcasing the Speed Gaming Live 2026 flags, and we got a relatively simple beginners-ish settings seed, so hopefully it's a good watch. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am the community chatterbox, as many will tell you. I'm up here to yap. It's what I do. Oh, that's where Wakewater was. Fine, we'll go back and thaw out the town. Twist my arm, why don't you? Sorry, there's like some good things up here. There's a battlefield. I know Venus Key Chest isn't going to have anything because NPCs are set to exclude. Since we thawed out Aquaria and we have megas, we could technically take the back entry into Spencer's Cave and do a Mobius Crest early. Nah, why not? I don't get to show that off enough. Dragon Claw. See, when May is selected as your sprite, Dragon Claw should totally turn into a dolphin. I need to figure out how to make that work. I need to get with our community scientists and be like, look, I need like a Totsugeki on screen. I need it. Need it. I need to ask Cam how many community sprites we're up to. Like, how many player sprites we're up to. I know we're over 100. I think you could set your profile picture on Discord, like, to be different based on which channel you're in. Like, have it set by server. Don't quote me on that. Anything on Rope Bridge? Now, I would say as far as profile pictures go, as long as it's not incredibly offensive, it should be fine. As one of the server admins, I do have to uphold the peace. So there's not a lot that offends me, but I do have to be respectful of the other community members. Like, if it is offensive, I'm sorry, but please change it, or at least show a different picture while you're in the server. That's all I can really ask for. Where, oh, where could my sky coin be? Oh, where could it? Damn. I just had to sing a little bit. I had to serenade a little bit, chat. Stupid songs is how you get the things you want. I don't need to turn into Thunder Rock. What are we doing? I want to grind out some levels. Alright, let's grind out some XP. I got 2 seeds. Sorry, I'm menuing because I'm trying to think. And menuing at the same time as thinking is a trap. Okay. 10 battlefields. We'll be getting levels for sure here. So thankfully that's not a problem. We just need to get Phoebe up to 29. So 7 more levels. There's 6 more levels. As much as I hate these fish, they're great XP. I hate that life doesn't work outside of combat the same way it works in combat. It's so stupid to me. It's like, look, life in combat removes all status effects. Just make life outside of combat do the same thing, please. Upside to doing this battlefield is once we do it, we'll get a money reward and we can teleport. Never mind. I was going to say we could teleport to Fireberg from here, but we can't. Not really. But we can run. Sweet. Ow. What the hell is a vampire doing with Earthquake? I guess I throw back to Earth Cave from FFR or Final Fantasy. So many fights. Can't I just eat a rare candy and level up? The other option is I go grab a Reuben. I don't know if I want to go grab a Reuben. Especially on Vanilla King, you know? I could also look for a ninja grind. I'll probably do that for the last of it. See if I can get lucky with a ninja grind spot in Doom Castle. Ninjas are like the highest rewarding XP pack in the game. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Actually, let's dupe one more seed and then get Phoebe up and maybe get a triple pack here. Better than nothing. Alright, we should hopefully get up to 20 at least. And then we'll only need 4 more levels. Yeah, she is getting beat up. I forgot this battlefield sucks. Like I said, this battlefield sucks. Alright, yeah, let's just go... Let's go fight ninjas. You might be wondering, how am I going to do that if I haven't freed ship? And that's because we have freed ship turn on. Nothing on bow of ship. My heart is broken. My day is ruined. Not really. If they ever do like a modern day remake of this game, I really want Tristram's theme to kick in, and I want him to like moonwalk into the cave to gloat about how great of a treasure hunter he is and how he knows where the elixir is. Like, I just want him to be bombastic and stupid and goofy, because that's what Tristram deserves to be. Because if you go back and play vanilla, he's a bit obnoxious. That's just his character. Come on. Give me a pack of ninjas. No, those are... How do we have 75% density and no ninja mobs? What happened? Hull helmet's nice. Whatever, this pack can have ninjas in it. It's better than nothing. Oh, I need to be using Meteor, I think. Such a long walk. And that'll do as a grind, I guess. Sorry, there's like a little gnat flying in front of my face. Oh good, I didn't want this formation anyways. There we go. 4 more levels, please. I don't know if it would have been faster to grind out the XP battlefield. Let me see how much XP I'm getting from these. Instead of just mashing through it. 1479. Four or 5 fights per level. Dude, I might just go in. I'm about to do something incredibly stupid because I'm impatient. Yeah, let's just go grab Ruben. We're at hour 6 in. I don't want to be grinding this out for like another 10-15 minutes. Let's go grab the boy. If I'd have grinded some more, this probably would have been... I probably would have been able to take one of the girls, but This is gonna get hairy, by the way, because I have no petrification immunity. I guess I could look at the spoil log. Maybe. Let's see. It's getting late. Let's see. Ah, okay. It was somewhere I wanted to do something with anyways. Game? Can I? Thank you. Sorry, Bizok really does not like me moving the mouse when I'm playing. For some reason, it tries to do both inputs at the same time and it just gets confused. Alright, come here, dude. At least we have all the seeds we could ever need ever. Hey, Sammy. Yeah, I'm doing great. We are doing an oops all random seed. We're gonna bail on taking Phoebe or Kaylee. We're gonna take Ruben to Dark King, and it's vanilla Dark King between 100 and 200%. So, woo, we are in for a ride. I will be one double gold web set away from death at all times. Alright, there's our Age Shield. We can go now. By the way, if you're saying that's not vanilla, you're correct. That is a new addition in the randomizer. You can now go between Aquaria and Windia via Spencer's Cave. Such a long walk back. Also, I just realized the microphone was pointing at my nose the whole time. Whoops. Instead of at my mouth. Hopefully that sounds a little better. Bum 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 bum. This fight is going to suck big ones. I'm gonna do this one twice. Let's do this fight twice, just so we can get it done with. Nice miss. Ruben's starting off strong, folks. Ruben, you're killing me, dog. He does have Cure, so that's nice, I guess. Alright, so I should be level 21, Ruben will be 26. Good enough. All right. Good enough. See, all the ninjas were hanging out here. Dang. If they were more towards the front door, this would have been a more viable grind. All right, here we go. Opening with double flare. Darkane sucks. Ruben at least has enough magic to get himself out to full. I'm trying to decide if this is more towards the 100% or the 200% side yet. We'll see how fat phase 1 is. Pretty chonky. Spark is annoying. We have refreshers, so I'll be popping those. Spark gets really annoying the farther we go in this phase because... There we go. Well, never mind. Spark is just physical attack, which I won't be doing. Magic attack is the one I'm worried about. I think we rolled around 150%. Which, while not the end of the world, is still sucky. Ow. Also, shout outs to whoever made May's sprite. I love how they made her just a little bit shorter than Ben is. This is going to be alternating lives, essentially. It's going to be healing Ruben and Ben alternatively every turn until we get through it. That's just kind of how it works. I don't make the rules. That's just how it always works out. Until it doesn't. I gotta, like, think on the fly. Like that. That was dangerously close to dying. All right, phase 3. Yeah, I think we landed squarely in the like 125 to 150 threshold. So thankfully not awful. Dragon Lord, it was him the whole time. Silver Web sucks. Oh, this is scary. Okay, he broke out of it. I'm gonna set up for double triage here. Yep, this is why I'm setting up for double triage. Spider Kid sucks. It is what it is. I was already prepared for something like this. Rare double attack turn that I won't get to do because gold webs. This is why I went and grabbed Aegis Shield. If I did not go and grab Aegis Shield, that would have been game over and I had to start all over again. Let's feed Ruben a seed. I'm gonna go down. He's gonna pick me right back up. Laser sucks. 877 is not the end of the world. Yeah, King has speed advantage, which sucks, but is what it is. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. This is spooky. I am going to prep a life on Ruben in case. There we go. He's so ancient, he came back from the SNES. I mean, from the NES. Yeah. It still looks like a good sprite in the final phase, though. I gotta say, like, NES Dragon Form Dragon Lord still looks dope, like to this day. Like this is a cool sprite, and it was so smart of them to make it blue, because like of all the colors available on the SNES, on the NES, for some reason blue has like the most available like colors, so they could do the shading on this sprite very well. Now we're just spitting fire at each other. I will say that's one thing Ruben has going for him. Time. Good God. 118. Yeah, Ruben had fire resistance going, so I didn't have to worry about Mega Flare. But the webs were concerning. Thankfully, we didn't get a ton of them, and I didn't want to talk about it. Because I didn't want to speak them into existence, because they'll come after you if you talk about, oh, the webs aren't so bad, and they'll get you. They'll get you good. So, all right, chat. Well, I hope you enjoyed those two seeds. Like I said, if you're watching the VOD, the first seed was going to be the flag set that we are using for Speed Gaming Live 2026 for the online tournament we're having this year. If you'd like to participate, please keep an eye on the community Discord. You can find a link to our community Discord at ffmqrando.net. On the left-hand side menu, you can join the community Discord from there, where we have all of our event announcements. You can find the links to our Sprite and artwork channel, events that we're attending or going to be present at, or just hang out and talk about cool stuff. Like we just found out there's a new task for Vanilla Mystic Quest that just came out like a week ago. And improves the old task that was 20 years old by 20 minutes. Pretty rad. Check that out. But anyways, chat, that is going to do it for me tonight. Again, apologies for the long absences. I will do my best to make sure that they are not as frequent. Now that things are kind of settling down, I will try to get back on a regular streaming schedule. But until then, chat, I'm going to call it here for tonight. Y'all have a great night. Now, as always, I'll see y'all next time. Take care.